Hey, what is up, everyone? It's Hooking In with Nate here, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to tie a mouse pattern for trout. You're usually using this for nice big browns. Um, it's actually a really quick, easy fly to tie up, so let's get to it. Alright, so today we're going to tie in a nice little mouse pattern for this fly. You'll just need a size 4 streamer hook, some thin fly foam, and this is a rabbit zonker strip, and those are the only things you're gonna need for this fly. So first, get your thread on there. I just start this somewhere in the middle. Work your body, or your base, I guess, back to the hook point. Clip off your tag. Take your zonker strip here, and you want it just right about that length. I'd say that's a good 1.5 to 2 inches. You can also make it longer if you want, but for me that's all I need. And next, take a pair of scissors and cut off almost all the fur on it. I'm gonna leave a 1/2 inch or so on it, and that's just so that this tail, you leave this on the back, so this way the water grabs this tail and it'll kind of wave it back and forth. If you don't do that, you're not going to have much motion in the tail of the fly, so that's why you actually just leave a little on it. And when you're tying the tail in, make sure you really secure it down, just so that if the fish only bites the tail end of this, you're not going to lose your whole tail and then you're sitting there without a mouse without a tail. Next, take your foam here, and I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch wide piece. Like so. And I'm going to attach that with a loose wrap and then a tight wrap, and just really wrench that down on there. You want this to be as tight as possible, just because it's not really supposed to add anything to the body or anything like that. Next, take the rest of your zonker strip, and it looks like I might need some more, and just tie this on right on top of that foam. Work that to the front. Do a 1/2 hitch knot just to secure it. Pull that out of the way, and then start wrapping your rabbit zonker strip on it. And when you're doing this, try to make sure the hide stays down on it. On the hook, I should say. Yeah, see, usually I'd have it just a little bit more, but I don't think I want to add any more onto this, to be honest with you. I'm actually going to take another piece of this. Sometimes you can get away with just one, other times you might have to use a second piece. Tie that in. Do a couple more wraps. And you want it to end. You want to leave a little bit of room on the fly, on the head of this fly. So I'm going to actually just end it right there. Clip off the extra. Pull everything back and just really wrap it and secure it like so. And then what you're going to do here is grab your rabbit fur like this and just split it down the middle, 50-50. If you have to, turn your fly over and look at it, but you want it just like that. You're just going to take your foam here and help it if you have to, like I just did. This back corner back here was kind of, this corner right here was kind of wrinkled over, so if you pull that forward, you'll actually help it come up and over. Do a loose wrap and a tight wrap and really just cinch that down on there like so. And then what I'll do here is I'll push the rest of this foam over so it just goes over the eye a little bit, and just crank on that and really get that tied in really good. And you might have to kind of move this left to right like so, but for right now it looks like that will actually do the trick. Give it one more wrap, and then take your whip tool or your finishing tool and just finish it off with a couple knots up there around the eye. Like so. Cut your thread. And then what I'll do is I'll take this body fur and I'll actually just trim it down a little bit and on an angle so that the front's a little shorter than the back, like so. And then this collar right here, these are going to be your ears of the fly. So I actually kind of push that forward and take your scissors and cut a V into this. Like so. Just like that. And I'm actually going to cut these down just a little. They look a little long to me. So, because when this fly is in the water, like so, I don't know if this will zoom up on this. That's how you want the fly to look when it's underwater, so it looks like it's got a pair of ears on it. Otherwise the fish might not think it's as realistic. I don't really know. To me, I think that looks pretty good for a mouse pattern, and a fly will, or a fish will definitely come up and smack that at least once. So just to really secure this fly, I'm gonna put a little fly glue on it, just right there in between the, on the bottom side I should say, in between the collars. Just really coat that in there like so. And there you have it, a mouse pattern.